brush. I have my pencil sharpeners. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's get started. And then I'll stop when people show up. Let's see here. Let me get out my blender. I think I want to use it. Oh, son of a gun. They broke. How the hell am I supposed to get them out of there? Wow. That really sucks. Oh, they're all broke. This is not good. There we go. Holy crap, there's still more down there? Man. That's what I get. Okay, I think I can squish that up. Yeah. It's going to take a little bit, but hey, that's okay. I'm not going anywhere. Where are you? Sweet. That one's still got a tip. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Oh, not far enough yet. There we go. That's kind of a bummer. Lesson learned. Oops. Almost got it. Oh, now it's really stuck. Yes, you can see me fighting with this case. My Caran d'Ache full blenders got broken off in here, which is a real super duper bummer. But you got them out. And the great part is I can melt them back together, which is fine with me. And I'm going to take out one of those blenders as well. Guess I should probably see about getting some new ones. Hello, hello. Yep, I can put those back together. That's not a problem. It's like a puzzle now. And see, that's the end of one. That's cool. That's easy to tell. And these are long enough to use still. It's okay. We'll just do that later. Pick up my pieces here. Put them over there. Need a little box for them. I should just make an origami box real quick. Great. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Let's find a suitable piece of, that's not good, paper. And let's get to work on this thing. Let's see, what's this? No, that's too thin. Oh, not really. That'll work. See if I can remember how to do it. I'd have to disassemble one of them that I have already. Well, hello, Zelie and Lisa. How are you? Welcome. I am, I just found my Caran d'Ache full blenders in my case, broken to pieces. Don't ask me how that happened. And I'm attempting to make an origami box for them, just temporarily until I can get them glued back together or melted back together, because they're basically just all wax. How's everybody doing? There we go. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. That's good to hear, Lisa. That's good, Zelie. The work lurk thing. Yeah. Having the new roof installed. Yeah, you know what? That's one thing that the next door neighbors, we used to have different neighbors when we first moved in here, and their house was, it was trashed. The house was trashed, literally. And these people were really filthy, and they'd go out in the front yard to throw up. And I know that's gross, but it's true. And they would let their dog poop all over the place and not pick it up. And they would, you know, throw their trash everywhere. And when they went in to clean the house, the guy that was doing the cabinet top work, the owner of the company, he came over to give me a business card, and he's like, hey, you know, if you ever have anything you want us to do, here's my card. And I was like, cool, what's going on over there? And he's like, oh, we got to gut the whole house. And I was like, why? He goes, mice. There was so much, there was a nest of mice under the kitchen sink, and it was there when those people were living there, which is really gross. So more critter stuff. I know Belinda would be cringing right now. Anyway, so where was I going with this? Oh, the roof. Yes. So when the new neighbors moved in, they were having a roof installed. And that's when I found out that in the summertime around here, you could start working at any time after like sunrise. Because we're in Arizona, this is in the summertime. In the summertime, you can work at like 5 a.m. because it gets so hot in the daytime that they don't want you to get heat exhaustion. So they raise their curfew end, I guess. You know, they don't consider it disturbing the peace because it's actually not healthy to work in 110 degrees on a rooftop for half a day, even though they, you know, they could, I suppose. But I mean, oh, wow, that would be rough. So anyway, the construction guys, they were loud, yes. But what really got me is they were almost all Hispanic, which wasn't the deal. That wasn't the problem. The problem is that they would turn on their music at like 6:30 and play it really, really loud. And I'm sorry, I can't sleep through that. And I don't know anyone who can. Well, maybe Mark, but you know, anyway. So I complained about it, and I was like, I called the police, because that's who you call when, you know, around here, when there's a disturbance of the peace, you call the police, and then they come out and they tell the people, please stop doing that. And generally they do, at least for a little while. And so I called the police, and they're like, oh, well, we can't do anything about that really, because there's no laws that say they can't do that. So, oh man, was I upset. I was just like, are you kidding me? Let's see here. Which one was it? That was it. There we go. You gotta fold those in like this and tuck this in like this. And do that on the other side. I'll get to color in here in a second, I promise. I promise. And then I'm just making a box for my blenders so I can keep them in one place and they won't roll off my table. Oops. There we go. No glue involved, unless you want it, but it doesn't need it. Just a little origami box. And I can't take credit for it. There you go, a little box. Because I learned it on another person's stream. So there we go. Contained. Now they won't roll away. Yeah, they're awful. It's a family now that's next door, and they're okay people. They're also Hispanic, and Hispanic people have a really different view of what is too loud and what is disturbing the peace. And because I don't know, because most of the stuff that they do is loud. In fact, when the daughter was turning, I guess she was turning 16, and they were practicing for her quinceañera. Is that how you call it? Her 16th birthday celebration. They were practicing a dance that they were doing with the guys and the girls, and they would turn their music up really, really loud. I mean, it was freaking loud. And one day I had a really bad day at work, and I came home and that music was blaring loud. And I looked at them and I said, please, can you just turn your music down a bit? And they all got snippy with me. And the one girl goes, well, I don't care. And I said, you don't care? I'm calling the police. And about that time, Mark comes flying out the front door. He's like, you know what? We all got to live here together. Why can't you guys just be a little bit more quiet? Blah, blah, blah. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was to the point of, because they'd been doing this every damn day. It was just to the point of, I was like, oh, I can't handle anymore. Anyway, and I get it. They want to practice. They want to be good at what the little dance thingy, the celebration thingy. A girl up the street was explaining it to me. They have to have every step perfect. It's like tradition. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care if it's tradition. I don't care if this tradition is 400,000 years old. I don't want to listen to this music every day. They could turn it down and still hear it just fine. But yeah, so I guess I rubbed her the wrong way too, but because she doesn't come around very much anymore. But anyway, so yeah, I'm the kind of person that, Lisa, if I lived in a place like you live, where there's no people, like out in the middle of nowhere, I would be happy as a clam. That's where I lived in Show Low, 11 miles outside of the city limits. Yeah. On their phones. Yeah, we did too when we lived in our apartment. And the guy we lived in an upstairs apartment, and the guy that was below us, he used to go out on his back porch and listen to his phone really, really loud. And at 2 a.m., that was loud. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. I just don't understand why people can't respect their neighbors. We shut our music off even when we have people over. We shut our music off at 10 o'clock at night. We try to be more quiet after that. If we have a big group of people, it's a little difficult. Although when we had our full lunar eclipse a few years ago, we had like 20 people in our backyard we sat out and we watched it. And it was really quiet. We were not disturbing anyone. And it was really a great experience. I mean, if you can imagine that, a bunch of pagans getting together and sitting out in a backyard and watching the moon turn red. It was really interesting. And there were a lot of people that had like awakening moments and stuff like that. It was really neat. I wrote a poem about it. Oh, you guys don't even know. I write poetry. Yeah, I write poetry. I forgot. I don't think I've ever mentioned that to you guys. It's in my blog, and there's a link to my blog on my banner. And cool story about my blog. The picture that I have on my blog, it is called Beth Ann, and it was previously untitled. And dang it if I can't remember the artist's name. Anyway, I wanted to use the picture. It's a painting from the late 60s, I think. And it's very psychedelic-ish, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I wanted something special for my blog, and I contacted the artist and I said, hey, you know what? I would just like to put this picture on my blog as a representation. This is the kind of stuff that I write and stuff. You want me to read you some of my poetry? Oh my God, are you serious? Oh, wow. Well, I could, I suppose. If you give me a couple of seconds, I can go get my folder and I'll read you one or something. Yeah, okay, hold on just a second. I'll go get it. Oh my God, they want me to read some of my poetry. My mind. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Is this the one? I don't know. There's one that I would like to read that it's not here. And some of this stuff is really old. I've been writing poetry since I was in high school. And it's not here. Hold on just a second again. Sorry, guys. I was printing up all of my stuff after I put it on the laptop. It's really fat. Okay, don't ask me how I missed this, but this is in a folder titled The Poetry. Look how fat it is. Yeah, man, I've been writing for a long, long time. Oh, my goodness. There's one in particular that I would love to read to you guys, actually. Fairly recent. And some of this is just a rambling, but it came out really good. Okay, here it is. This one is called Ustillo, and that is Latin for heat. Okay, here we go. Ready? Is there anybody there? Okay, there's 5 people there. Hey, Lulu. How are you? Hey, Mark's not here right now because he's still at work. But yeah, I got talked into reading some of my poetry. So here we go. Okay. There you are, rising from the dust, climbing, shining. Hues pulsate with breath, with life. You dizzy me, spinning, shimmering. You are a mirage on an inferno land in a day of endless sun. Moving slowly, flowing like melting paint. Your fever expands, searing fingers sinking into everything. I breathe the scorching air, falling away, then, without, the invisible waltz of hungry destruction. I beg the sky to tilt, an impossible request. All I touch and all I know is invaded by those fingers of relentless degree. Oh, how I long for winter. There, that was written in 2016. That's my poem that I thought of when I was tired of summer. And there's quite a few. There's some of them are based in alternative lifestyle, I'll put it that way. Some of them are based in my spirituality. Some of them are just like ramblings, 5 pages long. Yeah, I did that. And I'm not sad to admit it. LSD was quite an eye-opener. So were the shrooms. But yeah, I don't do that anymore. Not with my health the way it is. It's just not a good idea. So yeah. But there's a lot of love poems too, because I was. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, you guys, thank you. Lulu, I'm feeling better today. The earlier in the day it is, I tend to feel better. So, yeah. But the thing is, though, I just woke up at 11 o'clock. I just woke up like an hour and a half ago. I got up at 4:30 because the dog woke me up, and I just stayed up until I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore, which was around 8 o'clock. And then I decided I'll just take a nap. Well, I laid down to take a nap, and I figured I'd only sleep for about 45 minutes because that's what I do. But this time I slept for 3 hours. I must have been tired. I'm telling you. I must have been tired. So yeah, but if you want to read more of my poetry, there's some on my blog. And hey, Atamori, hello, good to see you. There's a lot more on my blog, and I eventually want to put together a book of poetry, but the self-publishing thing is a little too expensive and right now, and I can't. But yeah, eventually I would like to. Let's see, is my black grape? Where's my black grape? There's my black grape. We're still working on a corset, and I'm just putting in some dark spots here. Oh, there we go. You want me to read one more? Oh my gosh. What kind of a poem? You want me to read a love poem or a spiritual poem or a rambling poem? You pick. A love poem? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, but I got to tell you, they're twisted. They're a little twisted. And then at one point in my life, well, I still am, I was very, very influenced by surrealist art, and I wrote a lot of poetry about surrealist art as well. And it was really interesting for me because, I'm like, wow, it falls into everything. Your art, your whatever you're doing creatively, it like overlaps in all areas of your life. For example, if I'm painting a painting, I sometimes write a poem about the painting, which I've done that too. And that was pretty cool as well. Okay, a love poem. Let's see. Okay, that one's not a love poem. That's just a sex poem. Sorry, you can't have that one. We love Twisted. Oh wow, cool. Oh yeah, Lisa, surrealist art. When I discovered that, I was just like, oh look, no rules. So I just kind of ran with it. This is personal, so I'm like having trouble. It's different when you're reading it, but if somebody's reading it out of a book, that's different. So okay, this one is called Words Like Motes of Dust, and it was written in, I believe, 2005. So it's a little old, but it is a love poem. Okay. Don't judge me too harshly, okay? I wear no masks. I unclothe my soul. I give all only to you, master of my heart. My shelter, my shade, my food and drink. I strip myself to bone, displaying the inner mirror. I open my hidden window. I undo the laces of the curtain of my mind, shedding words like motes of dust glowing in the sun. Your light fills my sails, creating in me undefinable poetry. I write my words for you in the blood of my thoughts and imagination. I piece it together. I offer you completeness, undaunted by my trembling within. I hold my soul, a bowl of lapis encircling an ocean, a mirror of a sky filled with words like stars, like motes of dust in a zephyr storm, glowing with an incandescent fire. Incandescent desire. And there you have it. Words like motes of dust. And now there's a love poem. See, I told you it was a little twisted. Anyway, now that I'm totally embarrassed. Oh my goodness. And now I need some water. Oh, Kenny, thank you for stopping by, though. Thank you. And thank you for the support. I appreciate that very much. Oh, thank you, Madam Lori. And thank you, Lulu. And thank you, Lisa. I must read more. No, it's not a poetry. It's not a poetry stream. You know, it's funny. I've been writing since I was, oh God. I wrote a whole bunch of poetry in grade school. And of course, you know, written by a grade schooler, they're grade school level poetry. But my mom, when my mom and I had kind of a stormy relationship. And at one point I just left home because I couldn't stand my stepdad. And my mom put all of my stuff in a couple of boxes in the garage, and she didn't do it carefully. And she threw away a lot of my original poetry. And that was the only place. I only had one copy of most of it, and that was the original copy, the one that I wrote by hand. And there's no way to get that back. And that was really, oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that. I'm like, humbled. Thank you. But yeah, so she threw away a bunch of my poetry, and it is tragic. It is, because it took me a long time to get over the fact that she, not only did she throw away some of my poetry, but I had like this really gorgeous porcelain Pegasus. And I babysat. I used to babysit a lot, and it took me like 6 months to save up for this porcelain. I had put it on layaway, but it was like, I don't know, it was like 12 inches tall, and it was the most beautiful. It wasn't shiny. It was porcelain, but it wasn't shiny. You know what I mean? It wasn't glazed. It was just regular raw porcelain, and it looked so much like you'd imagine a horse would look like from a distance, not, you know, because it's furry and not shiny. And I loved that thing. It was rearing up, and its wings were spread, and it was really, really beautiful. And she threw that in the box with the rest of the stuff, and it broke into 1,000 pieces, and I cried. I just was like, oh my God, I saved and I worked. And, you know, for someone who's 12 years old and babysitting, you know, for 6 months at a wage of like $1 an hour, it was pretty expensive. And, you know, it was in like this place of honor in my bedroom. It was like up on my bookshelf. Oh, you know, like in the middle of, there was nothing around it. It was just that. So everyone and I could see it really well. So yeah, but it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I was very upset when I came home and I found all of my stuff in the garage like that. And she's like, I don't want you to come back, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why? What? My stuff is here. I'm coming to get my stuff. Okay, I'll get my stuff. That's not a problem. I'll just stick it in my trunk, right? Well, I found out later that she didn't really want me to leave. It was my stepdad that wanted me to leave. But she felt like she had no say. So that was really sad, I think. I think I'm going to make these laces like brownish, like leatherish. So I think I'm going to wait on that. But for the time being, I think I'm going to work on her skirt. I forgot the top layer of that. Look at that. I'm a bad colorist. Bad, bad, bad. There we go. Let's get some color in there quick. So not like it's going anywhere. I know. There we go. A little blending and maybe a little sharpening. It's friend all over again, my invisible friend. It was bone. Ah. Oh. Alligator skull. Oh my God. That's cool. Dusting and it shattered. It was bone. It doesn't shatter. Yeah. Yeah. Mothers. Oh, that's sad. Oh my God. Oh. Diane, welcome. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, you know, my mom would have hated me having skulls too. I didn't start collecting skulls and bones until later on. But I was always fascinated by bones because they're like, I kind of equated them to trees because trees have, you know, branches and stuff, and those are the tree bones. And then our bones are, you know, they're our support. They're what keep us upright. If we just had muscle, we wouldn't have any tension to keep us upright. It would, because our tendons are attached to our bones and our muscles are attached to our tendons. That's what keeps us upright. It's our structure. Somebody gave me a rattlesnake skull. It's really interesting. The fangs are down and everything. It's really pretty, and I still have it. It's sitting in my bedroom on a very high shelf because I don't want the cat to see it, find it, or whatever. Actually, I think it's in a jar right now. But yeah, if the cat found it, she wouldn't be able to get to where it is very easily. But if she did, it would be all over because the snake bones are kind of fragile. That was a gift. That was a super cool gift. The guy was like, I'm moving and I can't take it with me. I don't know how to transport it, blah, blah. And I was just like, okay, wow, thanks. It's cool. So yeah, I have a couple of places out in the backyard where I have, let's see, I've got 2 elk skulls, some elk bones, probably some cow bones. I'm not sure what they are. They're bones. That's all that matters to me. Yeah, I did it, Lisa. I did a drawing. Oh, I can't remember what I think I just called it bones. But it's an old tree with a really textured bark, and then in the tree are bones, and that's kind of my take on it. It's in my DeviantArt gallery. Oh my God, I haven't been to my DeviantArt gallery in like months. What is wrong with me? Just busy, I guess. So Mark's in there working away steadily. Had a bad morning, I think. His computer is kind of screwed up. His work computer. He doesn't work off a home computer. He can't because it's for work. I mean, the home computer is not for work, but the work computer, he's got like 2 screens or 3 screens and all these computer programs that help him access information and stuff. It's really kind of cool. Let's see, where is my Prismacolor white? There it is. Oh, thank you, Lisa. God, my goodness. Yeah, the snake skull is really cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is a rattlesnake. I mean, it has to. I think it is. I think he said it was. I'm not sure how he knew, but it's neat. Ah! Oh, look at this. I'm having a heart attack. Oh, man. Poor pencil. I didn't even press that hard. Wah. Oh no, Lulu. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That would have broke my heart too. Oh my God. Wow. You know, it makes me when I hear about things like that, it makes me realize how fragile we are emotionally and you know, we're fragile. But then again, you know, we bounce back from stuff like that eventually. It's always going to hurt, yes. And I can't negate that. It's always going to hurt, stuff like that. But it's not like it hurts less. It's more like we deal with it differently. Oh, for heaven's sake, I can't get this. I think I'm going to have to. It's getting really short. I think I'm going to have to break out a new white pencil. Fortunately, I know where my extras are. Oh my goodness. And I just found another holder too, another aluminum holder with the little screw-on thing. Now if I can just get it out of here, that would be great. Oh, that's a pen. So yeah. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Oh, no wonder I couldn't get it out. It's kind of stuck. There we go. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's much better. Ugh. Stubborn. Stubborn. Three times last night. Oh my gosh. Well, funky thing is though, wasn't even pressing. It was already broken. It was just like, yeah, that's much better. Hopefully this one won't break too, or snap or whatever. Oh, missed another part. Oh my God. Let's just put some lighter purple. I think I had lavender. There it is. Let's put some lighter purple here. Yeah, that's better. A little lighter, a little darker. Blendy blend. Also got my polychromos out over here. Ooh, what's that? Light magenta. Ooh, that looks pretty. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to refrain from using. That sounds bad. Madam Lori, I would love to hear that. I would love to hear it. Ooh, Lulu, what are you having for dinner? Don't use it. Yes, don't use it. Stay away from the polychromos. So I slept my morning away, and that took a big chunk of my creative time out. It also took time away from me watching the videos that are backed up in my queue. One of them being yours, Lisa. I apologize for that. I should have watched it first thing, but oh my God, I tend to go through them in order. There's a lot to watch, but it keeps me busy. I mean, I like having them on when I'm working on a coloring or I'm putting together something. I did work on your portfolio yesterday. I have the pieces cut out, but I wanted to contact you about this. Oh, I always enjoy your videos. Your videos just rock my world. I tell you what. But anyway, what I ended up doing, Lisa, on your portfolio thing is I didn't feel like I had any chipboard that was strong enough for what you want. So, and I hope this is okay, I ended up cutting down some artist canvas board. It's super strong. It's not real heavy. And I hope that this will be good because it will last. I mean, they're made to last. But I'm going to reinforce it as well. Oh, good. My project is cooking. I like that ... cooking. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm going to start with, let me get some kind of a, what is this? Violet? No. Purple. If I keep going back to that color, I'll pick it out, but violet, no. Where's my dark purple? I think it's right here. That's raisin, black grape, and dark purple. There we are. Let's see. Ooh, that's so pretty. Oh, I'm going to let that go, Madam Lori. YouTube said I couldn't do it, but, well, actually, YouTube said they wanted me to approve this, your comment. So I'm like, I don't care. You can say badass if you want to say badass, okay? Okay, cool, Lisa. Hey, Pat Armstrong, how are you? Very good to see everyone. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little line of shadow right here under this piping with this dark purple, and then I'm going to bring the color down in the folds from there because this dark purple is really neat. But I think I might go over it again with a darker, like maybe I don't know, maybe a darker like black raspberry or something. I'm not sure yet, but I did want to start establishing my shadows because this needs to be done. My skirt needs to be colored. So do you guys like the earlier time? Is it good for everyone? Hey, Madam Lori, no, don't worry about it. Really, you can cuss here. I cuss here, so for me to tell you guys you can't, that would be silly, wouldn't it? My stream, I say you can cuss. No F-bombs though, because you know some people really get offended at that, but that's the only reason. I don't really get offended. I have potty mouth. I do. I admit it. Okay. I've got a little fold coming down here. It's real slight, and I like that because that means that I can just put color there and there's not going to be a whole lot of gray interference. So I'm just going to go real lightly on those folds for now and just say that's where they are because that helps me remember where they are. Yep. Here we go. I swear, is Belinda here? Oh, TED Talks are awesome. Okay, Diane. Not while cooking. Wait, I missed something. Not while cooking. I'm not sure where that came from, but that's okay. Mark tends to read me what people say if he thinks it's important, and usually it is. He's good at deciphering that, but it's really good having him as a mod. He's a really good mod, good moderator. I think he'd enjoy sitting in on other streams, but he's got his PC games that he plays, and he has to work. We all do at some point. The TED Talks. Oh, Lulu. Okay. Yeah, Lisa, I know. Yeah. When dinner's done, you want to eat. One of the TED Talks that I really liked was, oh gosh, what's that guy's name? He wrote The Serpent and the Rainbow, the book that the movie came from. And the movie is super loosely based on this book because the book is really, really not like the movie. Crap, I can't remember his name. Anyway, the guy that wrote The Serpent and the Rainbow, you can find it if you look up Serpent and the Rainbow book. If you Google search that. He did a couple of TED Talks, at least one that I'm thinking of. And the guy is a freaking genius. I mean, he makes smart look stupid. Okay. He's really super intelligent. And when he's giving his talks, he talks really fast, but he presents his sentences. He uses his words in a way that, for me anyway, I hear him and I go, oh my God, I know exactly what you mean. I comprehend your meaning. And I love it. I love it. The guy teaches, or used to teach. And I think that if I had attended any of his classes, I probably would have gotten really good grades because of the way that he talks. And that does really matter. I mean, sometimes people can be, they're teachers, but they're not good teachers. And in college, I had a couple like that. But this guy, his TED Talks are amazing. They're amazing. Yeah, I should just subscribe to the TED Talks because I rather enjoy them. And more folds and wrinkles. There we go. Wow. This is such a pretty color. Although I gotta say I like blue better. Words, yes. I would love spending time with someone like that. Wade Davis. Yes, that's him, Wade Davis. I would love spending time with someone like that too, Lisa. Just, he doesn't, Wade Davis, this guy, he doesn't talk down to people, but it's like he lifts you up to his level while he's talking. It's really interesting the way that he does it. Crazy, crazy dreams while I was sleeping, man. I dream a lot. I dream in color. I lucid dream. I've been known to change my dreams midstream. Like if I have a repeat dream, I had one where, and this is just one example, where I was with a gathering of friends and we were in this outbuilding, like a detached garage, but it was really detached. It was like 200 feet away from the house. And this was all in my dream. But our garage, when I lived in downtown Phoenix, when I was little, like 3, detached from our house, in the house that I lived in when I was a little kid, and the garage was like, it was this really big structure. It was like almost as big as the house, but the way that I saw it was because it had so much stuff in it. I saw it as a giant treasure trove. So, the dream. The dream was I was with a group of friends and we were going into this building that looked like the garage that was on our property when I was a little kid. And the windows were all those kind on a top hinge that you hold open with a stick. And at one point in the dream, the first time I had it, the windows closed, and the building caught on fire and everybody died. And now I didn't die in the dream. I woke up before I died, but I was on my way. So that was kind of scary. And then the second time I had it, the same thing happened. Well, the third time I had the dream, I stopped it, opened the windows, and got all of my friends out. And that's the kind of thing that, I don't know, I guess you could call that lucid dreaming because you're controlling the dream. You're not letting it carry you away. You're driving. Oh, Pat, yeah, you know what I think that is? When you dream that you're awake, especially if you're in the same place like if you're dreaming that you're awake in your bed and everything is the same in the dream as it is in real life, I think that's more like an out-of-body experience or astral travel. That's what I think. Yeah. And a lot of people are afraid to do that because the first thing they think is, well, how am I going to get back into my body? Well, it's not quite like that. But yeah, it can be scary. And then there's that whole sleep paralysis thing that's happened to me. That was terrifying. And the first time it happened, I was married to my boy's father, who I don't refer to by name ever. And I was in my dream, I couldn't move. And I realized that I couldn't move in real life. And so in my dream, I started screaming, help me, help me. And I was paralyzed. I couldn't move. I mean, I couldn't move. And finally, I forced myself to roll to the side, and that broke. It was like it broke the spell. And I woke up. I woke myself up, and I looked at the boy's father, and I said, "Oh, couldn't you hear me? What did you hear? Couldn't you hear me? I was dreaming that I was yelling for you to help me. Only I wasn't really dreaming." And he said, "The only thing that I heard was you squeaking." So instead of coming out in actuality, instead of coming out like a scream, the noise was coming out of me like a little squeak, which I thought, again, was very interesting because in my mind, I was yelling and screaming because I was afraid. And that's when I started researching dreams and sleep paralysis and lucid dreaming and all that. I think I was 19 when that happened the first time. So I just started reading everything I could get my hands on. I actually did a presentation on dreaming for our local social group, spiritual social group, a few years ago. It wasn't a really long one. It was only like an hour, but there was a lot of good information. And, you know, we discussed interpretation of dreams, which was, I learned a lot by doing the research that I did. It was really interesting. Very, very interesting. A little darker up here inside these shadowy parts. Yeah, I think I'm going to need a darker one up there. That's not dark enough. That's a little better. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, Lisa, I've done that too. You wake up and then you wake. Oh, yeah. Oh, it is kind of freaky, but I look at it as an experience, you know, so I don't get too freaked out about it. I'm so weird. I just go for, what is this logically? What is it, you know? While you're snoring, Pat. Oh, my God, how funny. Yeah, the sleep paralysis dream, or the sleep paralysis is a very real thing. And if you look into it, it's all very interesting, the whys and the hows that it happens. It's really incredible. Mark's on the phone back there with somebody. He's so funny. He's so pleasant on the phone, and he has to deal with people who have their heads in the sand quite frequently. And he'll get off the phone and he'll go, "What are you, a brick?" or something like that. People are such bricks, and it cracks me up. We don't particularly like having to deal with. I mean, you know, having to deal with people that you're like, I just said that. And I don't think I know that many people that are like that, because my patience wears so thin that I stop hanging out with them. I don't have a whole lot of really good friends, close by around me, real life friends that I can go and visit. There's like 3, I think. And that's fine with me. I used to be a real loner where I had a boyfriend, but I didn't have any really close girlfriends. And I think that was because it was funny. It was so funny. I used to hang out with my friend's boyfriend. He'd come over and we'd have drinks in my backyard. And at one point, my friend, her name was Denise, she came looking for him, and I didn't realize it was like 12:30 at night, and we were sitting in my backyard having drinks and just joking and laughing, and we were sitting in separate chairs, and we were sitting, 5 feet away from each other, and we were totally innocent because we weren't doing anything. Not like I wanted to, because I didn't. But she went by my back fence, my back gate, and it was open, and she saw us in there, and she came in and she's like, "Is this where the hell you've been all this time?" And she's like, she said something to me about, "That's my man," or something. And I was like, "Dude, if I wanted to go after anybody, it would be you." And she started laughing, because all of a sudden she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so stupid." And I think she was thinking, "I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have accused you of that," because she should have known me better than that, that it would be, I would not do that. It's one thing I have never done. I've never cheated on anybody that I've been with, and I've never encouraged anyone to cheat with me, because I just don't agree. That's just mean. And that's one of the things that I can say about me, that, what I've been wanting to do, and I know this is kind of, well, it's sort of off subject. Anyway, I'm proud of that. I've never cheated on anyone. That's a good thing. I kind of wanted to do a stream where y'all get to ask me one question each, like Lisa's AMA, Ask Me Anything, because I think it's a really cool tool to use for people to get to know me better, and for me to get to know them better. I mean, what are you curious about, right? It goes both ways. So, but yeah. Pat, sometimes you can get weird dreams from medications that you're taking. Like I'm taking Zoloft that I desperately want to not take, but my doctor hasn't released me from it yet. And she said one of the side effects is really, really vivid dreams. And I'm like, great, because I was already having vivid dreams, because that's what I do. So now I'm having it's almost like when I go to sleep, I'm living a separate life in my dreams, and I'm not really resting. Yeah, it wouldn't come up. So maybe if I can steal your idea, Lisa, maybe I should just schedule an AMA live stream for Sunday or something. Ambien is notorious for that? I didn't know that. Weaning off, yes, that'll do it too. Any major changes can trigger really vivid dreams or bad dreams. Like when you're having, hey, Selena, happy Tuesday. Good to see you. Yeah. Anytime you change anything that's a major change, it can trigger dreams, vivid dreams, more vivid dreams. I should get my sentence together before I actually spit it out of my mouth, right? Okay, I'm going to switch over to lavender now and kind of just go over some of this. I'm going to leave some uncolored parts so I can bring in another lighter pink. I hate pink, but yeah, and create some highlights as well that are matching highlights. And I'm coloring with light pressure, not because I don't want to break the lead, but because I just don't want to lay down so much pigment right now. So, yeah. It's been chilly here in the morning. It's been for here, it's been chilly. It's been 40-ish degrees. which I love. If I could, I'd sleep with the door open all night, but not in this area. You don't want to do that. Besides, my cat wouldn't let me sleep. She'd be at the door all night, enticing other cats to come to the door and meow at her. She's like that. She fell out of the windowsill again the other day. It was funny. Oh my God. No, Madame Lori, that's totally believable. Pat, I'm jealous. I love snow. But Madame Lori, yeah, space shuttle disaster, had a dream about that before it happened. I woke up one morning and I was like crying because I was like, I just had this really bad dream and it was about the space shuttle and a crash and everything. And it was like 2 days later, the space shuttle disaster happened. And I was just like, oh my God. And then there was a time in California when I lived in California that I had a dream about a fire, which isn't anything new. In California, you get fires all the time, especially in Malibu Canyon. Well, Malibu Canyon is very, very overgrown. It always is overgrown. Yeah, it was crazy. And in my dream, there was like this cul-de-sac turnaround thing in the road, and there was a dead person laying in it, and there was smoke all around it. Well, a few days, not a few days, it was more like a couple weeks later, there was some really bad fires in Southern California, right around Malibu Canyon. And one of the pictures they showed was a woman who had died from smoke inhalation, and the fires were so thick, she was outside, and she died from smoke inhalation. It was just, the smoke was so thick. So that was creepy. Yeah. And then throughout my life, there have been different instances. One of the most disturbing for me was the time. Oh, let's see. My mom. It was about finding my mother's house, and there was a sequence of numbers in my dream, and a detail about two little kids. Well, me and my sister, when we were growing up, we were her last two children. And she's my little sister. She's 14 months younger than me. And my mom had remarked once that she was really glad that she'd had us so late, because at the time that we were growing up, she didn't have any other responsibilities kid-wise. It was just us two and mom. And we could go to the mall and, shop and stuff. And it was just, she loved it. But so I had this dream, and then in the dream, there was a wreck of a diesel, like a tanker, and it was whirling, kind of spinning around, like after it had wrecked, it just had enough momentum to spin on its side. And it was bright orangish yellow, kind of like an Exxon colored truck, and or how they used to be anyway. And the number sequence I felt was important. Well, what happened was, it was like 6 months later, my mother suddenly died, and she died on June 21st. And the numbers of the date that she died were a jumble of the numbers that had been in my dream. And in my dream, I couldn't find my mom's house. Well, in reality, I couldn't find my mom because she was dying. So it was just like, it was really, really a metaphoric, is that how you say it? Metaphorical dream about my mother dying. But the funky thing is that it happened months before, my dream happened months before the reality happened. So, but it was one of those things, it was like a riddle that I had to solve, but there was really no solving it because there was no way that I could. It was just really creepy, crazy. Oh, yeah, Rochelle, repeating dreams. Yep. Sealy, oh no. Oh my God, I'd be like, no, I'm not getting in that car. Nope. say, scientists anyway, say that time is not linear, it's circular. You know, they've got this whole philosophy that it's circular and it travels in cycles. And so us being cognizant beings, intelligent and to a point, and aware that it's possible for us to at some point see into the future and the past as if it's, you know, real everyday stuff like we're looking at in present time. And I can't entirely disagree with that because of all these. I mean, you guys are telling me stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that can happen. I mean, why couldn't it? Why couldn't it? You know, I think she's going to need a little bit more. Sorry about spinning the page, people. I just got to do this according to how my hand works. I'm going to put a little bit more dark back here where this is. Not a whole lot. A little darker up here, though. This is fascinating, you guys. Thank you for the conversation. Oh, and you guys, did you check my subscriber count? Holy crap, we're getting closer and closer to 400 in the giveaway. Yes. I will be so happy when I can do that. I love giving things to people. I know, so you're like, why don't you just do it then? Because I want to get to 400 first. I really, really do. I want to be able to do more stuff with my YouTube channel. You can't really do a whole lot of, if you don't have a whole lot of subscribers, it just works that way. Numbers don't mean that much to me, except for when the system says you have to have them for a particular reason. That's kind of sad, but I mean, it makes people too competitive. Because that's not why I started doing live streams and colorings. I started doing this because I like doing it. It's just fun. And anybody who live streams can tell you that. Right, Lisa? The lurking Lulu. Okay, Pat, you take care, okay? Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, Diane, I agree with you. You should be able to avoid it. Avoid danger. Oh, Madam Lori. Oh, my God, you so should start a stream. Yes, yes. I'd be there as much as I could. As long as I'm not sleeping or oversleeping or whatever. Yeah, I woke up and I was like, it's 11 o'clock. Oh, no. So we've got a nice blend going on here at the top of her skirt. Nice. Very nice. Let's see if I got to see where my polychromos pinks are. I'm going to do it. Lisa, I'm getting into my polychromos. Oh, no. I don't think I've got anything different than what I've got in my Prismas. Not different enough to go over there. So I think I'm just going to stick with my Prismas right now. I think I need a little bit more dark under here where her hair is coming down on the skirt right here. Yep. There we go. A little bit more. Oh, a little careful bit more. Are you done working? Okay, I didn't think so.
Hi, everybody.
Mark says hi. They said hi too. Some of them did. But, you know, he's waving. Poor guy. He's like exhausted. The dog doesn't let him sleep. He's old and he has to pee in the middle of the night. So, not Mark. I mean, the dog. I don't know what Mark does in the middle of the night. I just don't. It doesn't matter. So the dog is over at his bowl and he's licking the rim of his bowl. Is that not weird? There's food in it, but he's licking the rim of the bowl. What? Oh my God, Rochelle. Oh, Diane, but that's not pink pink. That's like fiery pink. The sunset? Oh yeah. There is pink, but I think it's more like salmon pink instead of pink pink. Pretty little pink dresses on the little girl. Yeah, but I never had a little girl. I only had boys. And they didn't wear pink, really. No, I don't think they did wear pink. I could have, I suppose. They wore other things, especially my youngest. He's a total nutcase. He's so funny. He does funny. Oh my God. Yeah. He for Halloween, he dressed up as an old woman and he did the whole latex thing on his face. And he showed me a picture of it. And I said, oh my God, because, you know, he doesn't live around me. He lives in Portland. But I said, oh my God, is that you? And he said, yeah, we did my makeup. And I was just like, oh my God, that looks great. Because he really looked like a really little old lady. It was fun. Crazy kid. But that kid, he'll do anything. He'll you know, makeup, costumes. One day, his girlfriend sent me a picture of him in the kitchen making breakfast, and just for a giggle, he stuffed a really like a couch, one of those throw pillows, like a small one ish, smallish one, like maybe an 18 by 18-inch pillow, real fluffy. Stuffed one down the back of his pants and one down the front of his shirt. And he was standing in the kitchen making breakfast. So when Leah got up, she sent me the picture of him stuffed like that. And I was just like rolling because the kid is just hilarious. I wish I lived closer to him because he could make me laugh all the time. Smart too. That guy, boy, he is a really smart person. Reminds me of my father a lot. I don't remember my father that well, but I do remember him. Okay, a little darker on the folds, I think. Your boys are handsome in pink, dark hair and dark skin. Oh, yeah, you know, that kind of would look good. Dark skin with pink because the pink makes your skin look darker. I had to get some water. It's dry here right now. Okay, I'm going to use some more of this dark purple, PC931. And I'm going to emphasize more of these folds and shadows. But it's a mid-tone, so I'm just going to go kind of light. And I'm working back and forth on the different gradients because I want to really get it blended well. So it looks pretty. So it looks nice. Oops. I can feel my hair brushing the camera. I hope it's not wiggling. It's kind of sticking out. I've got this shelf over there. And the camera's right there, but the shelf thingy is right there. And it's full of coloring books and PDF pages. And it's very, very heavy. But the camera is on a little tripod that's got one of those it's a bendy leg tripod. And it's held on there. One of the legs is underneath my pencil cases. And there's like 3 pencil cases stacked on top of it. But the neck of it is really long and wiggly. And so when I bump it hard enough, the whole thing just vibrates. It just wiggles. So I'm trying not to bump it, of course. But if I do, I apologize in advance because most of the time when I'm doing this, I miss a lot in chat and I miss a lot. I forget how close that thing is to my head because I'm looking at my coloring page. So, little details, little bitty details. Let's not miss those. Check out my new video. Okay. At least I was just reading the email from your Patreon. It says, check out my new video. I'm like, okay, I will. Yep. A little bit here and a little bit there. Oh, look at this. I totally missed this down here. Glad I went back with this because that needs some shade. Her skirt goes all the way over here. How cool. I love flowy skirts. One of my weaknesses is beautiful dresses. I have this, it's a vintage backless mermaid tail gown. If you don't know what a mermaid tail is, it has a ruffle that starts like halfway down your thighs and it just kind of opens up and ruffles down in the middle of the back in the skirt. And the back of the dress it's got this really large space in the middle of the, like from the base of my spine up to, I don't know, about almost between my shoulder blades. It's a backless part. That's the backless part, which is really cool because it shows my tattoo, and I love that. But it's vintage. It's probably, I don't know, it may be older than I am, but it's heavy black satin. It's just the most gorgeous dress. I don't even know if I can wear it anymore because I have let's just put it this way, because of where my incisions were when I had all of my surgeries, I have this huge dent in right like where my sternum is, because like 3 of my scars intersect at that point. So there's like this dent. If I was laying down, I could hold a golf ball in that dent. It would be no problem. Or an orange even. Yeah, only I would think of something like that. Right? It's just crazy. Anyway, so this is becoming problematic. There, just stop. Oh, for heaven's sake. There. But yeah, it's kind of a form-fitting dress. And I used to be in really good shape. When I got it, I was in excellent shape. But I used to be a personal trainer. And I did a lot of training myself. I was in really, really good condition, really good shape. Well, 28-inch waist and oh, I want to go darker. Let's go darker. Let's do the black grape right here. Now I don't. Now I have a. Oh, thank you, Pat. Yeah, that's up at a place called Aspen in northern Arizona, and there we went there in the fall, so all the trees were changing, and it was just incredible. Right before it snowed, so it was really cold and crisp, and the air had that. You know how when you go outside, when the seasons, you can feel it when the seasons change, but when they really change, you can smell it. That's that smell. The air was just carrying that smell of winter's here. Winter's here. You just haven't seen the snow yet. And my significant other at the time took that photo, and I took a photo of my significant other, and we were on a social group, a social website group, and we both made that year's calendar with those pictures. So we were both published in a calendar. It was really cool. I don't even have it. I think I left it in Cholo when I moved, but yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh, Rochelle, 5 pages to go? Sweet. Pat, it's a technical term, long and wiggly. Oh, yeah, the location is amazing. There's like nobody around for miles and miles. And right up there is where they have it's a ski resort, and I can't remember what it's called, Mountain High or something. I don't, it's, one of the typical names they name ski resort things. And they will get like 8 feet of snow up there. And it was only, I don't know, 3 hours away from where we lived in Cholo. So it was, yeah, man, it was, ew, wow. The area was just incredible. So see, not all of Arizona is desert. Some of it's legitimate forest. I'd go up there and we'd take the dog, and we'd take him out to go, potty, stop and let him go potty. And I'd just look around in the fall, especially, just look around for seeding plants, because I'd harvest a few seeds from plants and take them home and plant them. And I had all kinds of indigenous plants growing in my garden from plants that I had harvested from on outings, because I could do that. The soil was really good. It was fun. Huge garden. Oh my God, I had columbine and morning glories and dahlias. Oh my God, I had so many cool things. I had this one called liatris. It was really beautiful. Purple, upright standing plant. If you want to look up liatris on Google Images, it's an amazing plant. You'll start with like 3 stalks of a plant, and then the next year there'll be 7 stalks, and the next year there'll be 12 stalks, and it's just, it was incredible. It's a beautiful plant. I don't know if anybody here is familiar. Smells of the seasons change. See, Rochelle, yes. Chestnuts, yeah. Oh yeah, the desert does get freezing. It really does. It's like a harsh weather pattern. It's hot in the daytime, and then in the nighttime it can get very cold. Although at some points during the summer it just doesn't cool off. Got to tell you that. Just doesn't cool off. You can go to bed at night, it'll be 89 degrees. You wake up in the morning, it's 90 degrees. And we're talking at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Harsh. Which is what encouraged me to write the poem about the heat. So yeah, you sit in your room and you look outside, and you can see the plants wilting before your eyes, and the birds are panting. And yes, I have seen many birds pant. It's kind of a sad thing. That's why I keep a bird bath in my front yard. Try to keep it all nice and clean for them. I call my front yard the birdie day spa. It's not looking too bad. There we go. Let's show you. So I've got the shadow coming down, and then the shadow underneath her hair. shadows from up here. I think I'm going to darken that up just a little bit more before I say I'm finished, but yeah. Working on it. We're working on it. There we go. Okie dokie. Now, let's see. Prismacolor white. I'm going to go over some of this with the Prismacolor white as a precursor to blending. And then I'm going to go get my little pink pencil and kind of go over that parts of the white with the pink, the lighter pink. Yes, I'm allergic to pink. I used to be allergic to glitter too, but I'm just kidding. I'm kind of a tomboy. I don't know. I've always been that way. If there was going to be somebody that wanted to climb on the roof, I'd be like right beside them, climbing trees, jumping off the roof into the swimming pool, regardless of how far away the pool was from the roof. We did that quite a few times, but only when my parents were gone. It felt good to misbehave in a way that wasn't really harmful. Flagstaff is high country. Yeah. Oh, hey, Rochelle, have you ever seen Walnut Canyon up by Flagstaff? And there's still like scorch marks on the ceilings of these from where these ancient fires burned, because nobody ever goes up there anymore. I mean, it's just an incredible place. It's so beautiful. And it's a deep, deep canyon. And on one side, there's this big rock wall that is like the border on the, I don't know, let's just, for example, let's say it's on the north side. So the north side has this huge cliff, right? And then the other side isn't quite as steep, but there's still, you know, you can tell it's still a canyon. It's still got sides. But I was reading about the weather and how the environment changed during different seasons of the year. You can read about, there's little plaques and stuff sitting around where you can read about this stuff. And one of the plaques said that on the wall, the sheer wall in the north, in the springtime when the snow melts happened, that the snow melts would come down and create this huge waterfall that would come off of that cliff. It dried up during the summertime, but it would be this huge waterfall that would happen. And when we went, we were going in the I think it was late summer, because it was so hot here that we just decided to travel up to Flagstaff. It wasn't me and Mark, it was before I met Mark. And this when my kids were small. I'm going after my little pink pencil here. Yeah, I think I'll do, this is Deco Pink, PC1014. So I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting or blending. But yeah, Walnut Canyon, if you guys are ever in the area and you have the opportunity to go up by Flagstaff and visit Walnut Canyon, it is so worth it. However, warning, there are stone stairs that go down into the canyon, and it's like a bunch of switchbacks. It's a little narrow stairway, and there are over 1,000 steps. I think there's like 1,200 something steps, right? Going down, it's not that bad. Coming up, oh, Lisa, it's okay. Life happens. I'm a wild thing, Diane. Oh my God, you have no idea. Oh my goodness, Lisa, I almost want to ask you what it was that they were doing that was so creative. But yeah, do you want to even like go there? Because I'm curious, man. Oh, Pat, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're starting to feel like yourself again. Oh my gosh. It takes a long time. It really does. Okay, Lisa. Oh my goodness, you had me worried. Workers getting creative. Are they getting paid to do that? Oh, pink. It does look pretty cool. I like this color too. It's really pleasing to my eyes. Although I gotta admit, I like the darker better than the lighter. And then I'm just a dark color person, you know, I just like dark colors better. Dark, rich. Yeah, that's me. So when I make stuff, a lot of the time it's like jewelry or whatever, it's frequently darker colors. Well, I'll make lighter colors because I realize that some people won't wear darker colors or they need a lighter color for a particular wardrobe or outfit or something. But yeah, I tend to lean toward darker colors as well. Just because. And that is really weird that I did that and didn't finish this fold thing. So I'm hopping back and forth from this black grape and dark purple and pink so I can get my gradients situated here. And this is the little leather tie thing, brown leather tie. I'm going to color pretty soon. Pretty soon. So that's why I'm leaving this uncolored, because it's the tie from her corset. Oh my God, I completely forgot. You know what? Mark sent me a picture of him in his Ren Fair costume. I want to show you guys. I'm going to show you on my phone. Let's see. Oh, I hope you guys can see this. Can you see that? I forgot to put it on Instagram. I don't think you guys can see that very well. Anyway, the armor, he's got leather pants on and some chainmail, but all of this armor that you see with the buckles and the layers of leather, he made that. He made that armor. He also made the pouch, and I believe he made the belt as well. But yeah, he's got like the shoulder, I think they're called pauldrons, and all of this. Yeah, he made that. Yep, that's him. Did not make his boots though, but that's okay. I should put that on Instagram. I forgot to put it on Instagram because I you gotta send me a picture so I can put it on Instagram, and I completely forgot. I can still do that though. Yeah, he made it. He's really good with leather. He doesn't use, yeah, he's real talented with it. He doesn't really use a pattern. Sometimes he'll use a template, but yeah, he very talented with the leather stuff. That's why I like showing it off, you know, because I mean, I don't think I could do that. I tried making something once and it didn't really turn out, so I never wore it and wasted all that leather. But it wasn't, it was like a vest that I made, like a little vest, and it just didn't turn out right. Not the way that I was envisioning it anyway. But that's okay, because now I make books, and books are simple. They don't have a lot of twisty turnies and stuff. Okay, let me see here. Where is my, there it is. This dark purple one. Kind of blend this over here a little bit, because this part's going to be darker just a little. Oopsie. Got some purple in her hair. Not that it matters, because it's going to be blue anyway. It didn't forget. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's been making leather stuff for a while, and he actually does custom orders. He did, oh my God, like 3 custom orders for one person locally who has, I guess her son collects knives and he doesn't have sheaths for a whole bunch of them. So she wanted somebody to make sheaths for them, and all Mark needs to have is the knife, and he can fashion something. He just needs to know, how do you want it to hang from your belt, or do you want it to hang from your belt, or would you rather it hang from, a strap or something instead? He can pretty much do whatever. But she did give him, I think she did say, she gave him a lot of freedom with that and said, just make it cool, which for him is not a big deal because they're pretty much all cool. But it's nice. It's nice when you can go, yeah, do something with this. Just make it cool. To have that much confidence in the person that's making your item, especially at the prices, but he doesn't charge a lot. So I was surprised when he told me how much he was charging this one person. I was just like, wow, that's good. But she came back twice, so three times. So that's cool. I had to get some water. Oh, that's cool, Pat. Yes. I wouldn't part with them either. Keep them. You want to keep that leather stuff. Oh, Diane, I know. You know what? I had to have my husband water all of my plants. True fans are worth spoiling. Uh-huh. You're right. Sorry, my phone just vibrated and it scooted across the table. How funny is that? It's interesting. Yep, really appreciate your craft, Lisa. I agree with you. And it's kind of funny. I find that a lot of the people that appreciate your craft are people who are also crafty in some way because they understand the work that goes into it, and not just the physical work, but the mental work as well. Because you're not just creating a tangible object, you're bringing something out of the intangible, and bringing it into something that you can actually see and feel. It's like a magic spell, Poof, there it is, but it doesn't go that fast. Okay, let me see here. Let's do some more pink down here on the trail. It looks like a train almost. This down here. It's really neat. I might actually get done with this skirt by the time we're done with this stream. That would be awesome. Just going to fill in this with the pink. And if I miss something you're saying in chat, I apologize. It's just can't color and chat at the same time. But you guys know that. You guys understand that, I'm totally sure. It's really good to have an assistant like tech support. Or Mark. So how is everything? Is the picture and sound okay? Are you guys getting any buffering or anything? Kind of wanted to know because changing times may have an impact on the quality, depending on, I guess, how many people are using the stream or the server. Yeah, it is. Rochelle, you're right. Okay, Pat, thank you. Hey, Arnie. Oh, Arnie, are you okay? Going to the doctor? Oh, that's right. You and Mark were talking about that last time, weren't you? Okay, Diane, thank you so much. Buffering, Madam Lori. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wish it didn't buffer at all. That would be nice. But I probably would need to get a better computer. My computer is it could be better. One of these days, right? Sell a few journals and maybe I can do it that way. Or a couple of, I don't know, paintings or some necklaces or something. Doesn't matter. I'm still going to make them. It's just too fun not to. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, now I'm going to switch back to the lavender. Got off and back on, yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you, thank you. On my way to find out how my toes are doing. Oh, okay. Well, keep us in the loop, Arnie, because, yeah, we're pulling for you, you know? It's, I don't know, man. Health issues. So touchy, iffy. You know what I mean? Well, I hope it all comes out okay. I hope everything is going good. And the healing is doing very well, really. Let's make this a little more solid right here. There's a fold that I want to emphasize right there. Yeah, that's good. Bring this down just a bit. There we go. Whoop. Sound effects. Yeah. Oh, I hear Mark stretching back there. His back must be hurting him again. Man, the other day he had a really bad headache. He's like, my headache, it's so bad. It hurts right here. And he put his hand over his left eye or his right eye. Well, over one of his eyes anyway. And I looked at him and I said, that's a migraine. And he's like, I guess he doesn't want to admit that he's getting migraines. But it doesn't surprise me because he works in front of a computer all day long. I mean, eye strain can give you migraines. It does me. One of the worst eye strains I've ever encountered is driving at night because I can't focus. I guess you might say I have night blindness because when there's lights shining in my eyes like that, I just can't focus. It's very dangerous for me to drive at night. So, but the last time that I did, because the lights, they seem overly bright. I know they're not, but it's like they just go right through my head. And within like a half an hour, I had a raging migraine. And it was just one of those that's so bad it makes you feel nauseous. Yeah, that's not good. Especially when you're driving because it could make you dizzy too. Just emphasizing these folds a bit more with this dark purple, black grape. That's what I'm using, black grape. Dark purple is going to come up next, possibly. There we go. And see here. There we go. Oh, and you guys, you know how I made this box? for my little blender chunks, you can find this tutorial at the Knowles, and she does all kinds of stuff like that. But one of the things that she's done recently is show you how to make this box, and you don't need glue. You just need a piece of paper. No glue, no stickers. You can use it if you want, but you don't have to. And you can use pretty much, I mean, I used a piece of copy paper to make this little guy. So I wouldn't, just so my little chunks wouldn't roll off the table. And then you can make one a little bit smaller, and you can make, it's really cool. I love this stuff. This one I made out of book pages, old book pages, and I made a top to go with it. I got a lot of little beads in there. But yeah, just make one a little smaller than the other. And it holds everything really well. I actually did glue the flaps down onto the bottom of this because I didn't want the beads to go underneath it. But it's kind of neat. It's a lot of stuff you can do with paper. I had no idea. And you know, it's funny. You think you'll be making a journal or you'll be making a book, you know, book parts or whatever, gluing together a book cover, and you think, well, this seems really like it wouldn't work. Like it's going to be too flimsy or whatever. And then you got to think, you know, this is the way that they make books now. They stitch the signatures in, which is what I do. They glue the covers on, which is what they've always done. They, you know, they trim their pages and make paper out of stuff and all kinds of things. It's the same basic process that they've been using for hundreds of years. And I can do it at my desk at home. And granted, if you have a machine, you can fold your papers to this like teeny little razor crease, and you can make your signatures really, really smooshed down and small so they're not so fluffy and all kinds of stuff. But in reality, you're doing the same thing a machine is doing. You're just doing it by hand. And of course, it's going to have more like, well, heck, even books that are made on machines have mistakes in them. I found one where the corner was folded up, and when you unfolded the corner, it had like a little notch out of it. I just left it folded because I didn't want it to interfere with turning the page. But it's the same deal. It's the same darn thing. You are making a book the same way that it had been done without machines. And I love that. The whole handmade thing is just incredible. And you also have a chance to really look at your quality that way too. It's just fun. So when I look at them and I go, wow, you know, this seems really not like it's not going to hold. It'll hold. It'll hold. Anything that you have, a book, a piece of clothing, a shoe, if you pull on it hard enough, it's going to rip. You build a necklace out of metal, wire, and beads. If you pull on it hard enough, it's going to break. But it's the same process, basically, that is used on everything. Don't pull on it. Stop pulling on it. So anyway, it took me a long time to get over that because I was just like, how can this be better than what I'm buying, you know, from Dillard's or JCPenney or whatever? And it's not. It's the same. It's the same dang thing. Well, actually, it's better if you make it by hand because, like I said, you get to pay attention to the quality. And I would rather have quality over quantity any day of the year. Back here, darken it up just a bit over that pink. I should probably darken that up a bit too because that does not look quite right. Let's see, what is he using? A violet. Let's use this dark purple. Should I use dark purple? Yeah, that looks good. I used it up there too, so it'll be okay. Like I said, distribution of your color around your picture makes it cohesive. So we really, really want to make sure that when you use it in one spot, you use it in another spot. It's like Karen says, Zucchini Kitty. She likes to use her colors in 3 places around her picture, which is doing the same thing. It's creating a cohesive balance. So she uses the same color in at least three different places. Very, very cool. And I think this is not the end of her skirt. This should be shadowed in too, which means I'm going to have to get my darker purple. Black grape, again, right there. And lighter pressure. And let's do a darker line right there, but not too dark. And then more lavender. So we have this nice, gentle gradient going on here. Fairies. Fairies all over. Oh my God, have you guys seen the pressed fairy books? They're so stinking funny. They're just really funny. Lady Coddington's pressed fairy books. They're really cute. Lisa. Yes, don't pull on it. That would be a cool t-shirt. I swear. You should make one. Oh my goodness. So hilarious. You guys always make me laugh. Getting that gradient in there. I like the nice, gentle gradients. It's kind of like breathing. Kind of like, and it's a gradient. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just compare things like that weird sometimes. It's like my poetry, the comparisons that I make, the analogies that I make in my poetry sometimes may not make sense at first glance, but they make sense to me. So poetic license. Yep, I can do that. In effect, in reality. Yep. I should start putting my poetry in some of my journals. Maybe I should just make a whole poetry journal and, I don't know, save it for posterity. Pass it down to someone who appreciates poetry. I guess my son would be that person. My son Alex. My pride and joy. Still haven't heard from his brother. But that's okay. Can't force him to do anything, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Hey there, Arnie. Like a sea wave, Lisa. That's cool. I like that. Oh, yeah, definitely. I haven't seen the ocean in so long. I love the ocean. I've been landlocked for so long. I like that smell, you know, the saltwater smell. Oh my God. It's like you can smell it's like the breath of the ocean. It's just like that saltwater smell. And it seems like when you smell that smell, you can smell every living thing that's in the ocean with it. It's kind of neat. Yes, like a wave. Awesome. What time is it? Holy crap, we've been on for almost 2 hours. Doesn't seem like it. And I can't go over because, well, I just can't. There's other people streaming, and I know that. And I didn't check to see who else would be streaming when I changed my schedule, but I really can't. I don't have the luxury, you know, of doing that because of my health. So let's see. Let's get some of these bits off here, little pieces of wood. And there's her skirt. I'm trying to get that gradient in here. It still needs a little bit of work up here, I think. Like right in through here. But that's her skirt. Her skin still needs to have the dark shading in it. But so far we're doing okay. More little bits of stuff. God. That's okay. So there we are. There we are. Oh no, I do too, Pat. Oh my God, I haven't thought about that in a long time. Time does fly when you're having fun, Lisa. I swear. What happened? A bluefish tournament? Rochelle, were you fishing? I love to fish. Yeah. You know, Pat, it's weird. Rochelle, that's cool. Fishing is so fun. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Madam Lori. Thank you for commenting on the picture. It's beautiful, and I'm having so much fun doing it. It's something that I wanted to color for a while. But yeah, I love to fish. It's really, really fun, especially when you catch that big one and it drags your boat because you don't have your motor on and you're not anchored. We used to fish from they're called John boats. There's a little John boat we used to take to the reservoir in the lakes up in around Show Low. And when we caught the 7-pound catfish, my son caught a 7-pound catfish that he almost couldn't reel in. I think he reeled it in. Everyone for being here and for spending time with me, for brightening up my day. You guys are awesome. And let's see, next stream will be on Sunday. I will try to have something cool, and maybe we'll do the Ask Me Anything on Sunday because it's a weekend. So maybe we'll have more people and it can just get crazy. Get crazy. It was cool to have you here, Lisa. It was really fun. You guys are awesome, and I love the conversations we all have. Oh, awesome. Good. Good. We'll be back in the boat very, very soon. Awesome. Okay, everyone. I'm going to go. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, whatever time it is for you right now. Remember, peace, love, and it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Make it a happy, colorful, crafty one, and hug the people that you live streams from the boat. Yay! That would be fun. That would be cool. Hi, Patty Yates. Hi, bye. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to sign off here. I know I'm hesitating, but so I'll see y'all soon. It was fun. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.